Welcome to the show of Syndicate tonight. I am your host, Spurge, and that man with the lovely lock. Are those locks or those dreads?
Locks.
Locks. I've learned that dreadlocks, they're not really called dreadlocks anymore. They're called more locks, right?
Yeah, more locks.
Right. Is the one and only, the owner and operator of the Syndicate, the general himself, Mr. Quincy Workman. Sir, how are you tonight?
I am doing well tonight. How about you?
Well, it's another night of Syndicate, of this show, right? Syndicate tonight. And I am just peachy king. It is very cold here in the metro area of St. Louis, unlike where you're at, and it's nice and warm.
It's nice and cool right now.
What is cool? It was 30 degrees here today.
It was like 62, 63.
Yeah, okay. Stop it. That is not terrible. That is wonderful.
Hey, I'm just saying it was hotter earlier.
I would be in shorts and a hoodie with that kind of weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. Still,
Yeah. You're just still chilling.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have a special guest tonight. Would you like to tell everybody who our special guest is?
Yes, our special guest is Mr. Russell, Zach Russell. He was the first player signed from one of our tryouts that we had.
He was one of your first players, and if I'm not mistaken, he was a running back. Is that right?
Yes, he is. He running right back.
Yeah, see, I remember things, Quincy. I remember certain things. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot, but I remember things.
Aren't you proud you're getting old, but I'm older. But I'm older than you, but you act older than me. So,
oh, I do.
Yeah, you do.
By the time this show is over, I am so done and ready to go to bed. It's not even funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Quincy, let's talk about it. Because a lot of people are sitting here saying that they're a little worried about the league, but yet just this week, or was it last week? I can't remember. It was earlier this week, right?
Last week.
Last week, another team was announced up in the north.
Correct.
The Michigan Arrows.
That's right.
Former team from the original Continental Football League. This league is taking shape.
Yeah, the North is trying to rekindle everything. They want this history. So they're doing the history thing. They just I almost had to say something about it in one of our meetings.
Well, I mean, look, is it a good, as an owner of the Syndicate, one of the newer teams, you're building from the ground up and all of that stuff, right? You're laying a great foundation and a great great organization down there in the Austin Duluth area, correct? Did I say that right?
No, you way off.
Oh, am I? What is it?
Pflugerville.
What is it? Pooterville. Pflugerville.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are laying a great foundation there, right?
Right.
For everything. I mean, yeah, we are going a little more, I would say, history-fied in the northern part. I mean, the Dukes is a newer team, but with the Ironmen and now the Arrows, right?
Right.
And then you have the Turtles in the South, an original team.
Yeah. We got to.
And then you have. No, go ahead.
That's it.
Yeah. And then you have and then you have you guys in Tall City, right? A lot of people have been very skeptical, but right now, with you seeing what you're seeing,
man,
how are you? starting to feel more now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. We're not the leagues that came before us. We will be playing this year. Just say, just give us a little time. The teams are going. We have our players being signed. We have our stadium deals going on, which we hope to be announced on ours soon. Coaching staffs are intact. We've already started having team meetings and a little bit of installs. So we will be playing this year.
So that's for all you people who don't think this league is going anywhere. And and as you see right here, you can go right underneath this to the WeFunder.com/COFL Syndicate. And then if you really want to, you could is it this one? Nope, hold on, let me get to it. Or you could just scan that QR code right above my head, and that'll take you right to the WeFunder where you can become a part owner of this Texas Syndicate, where you buy stock into the company and into this team and everything. Now, Quincy, as we're waiting for Mr. Russell to be joining us, he was one of the first players that you guys had signed when this all started, right? Right. What was it that you saw in Mr. Russell? Because I kind of have his stats up. A 40 of a 4.45. Did I lose, Quincy?
I'm here.
Oh, there you go. You look like you froze. Earlier you kind of like froze up. And then, did I? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all cold weather. Tell you, man, St. Louis and y'all internet down there, boy, y'all.
I know, so much for fiber, right? So much for fiber.
Oh.
But I mean, what a lot of people don't realize is that Russell ran a 4.5, bench press 320, 315, squatted at 515. He's an Oklahoma boy, so he's not very far from home. What was it that you saw in this guy to make you be one of the first guys that you guys signed?
My coaches loved him. He was the best performer out there, and he had a good relationship with our general manager. So once he came out there and showed us what he can do, there was nothing else but to sign him.
Right. And as I go through and I look at some of his stuff, he played in the Nino Pro. What exactly is that?
Nah, that's remember from this CGS that that agent that left all the little wristbands? Yeah, that's an agency.
Gotcha. And you speaking of the man, I love his background. Look at that he's got behind him. He's he is a very Jesus. Quincy, is it me or am I just getting older? These guys just getting younger looking?
Nah, he look young, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this smile. Look at this guy's smile, ear to ear, perfect, flawless skin.
I mean, his forehead shiny though.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
Mr. Russell, how old are we?
I'm 23.
Jesus. He is the same age as my daughter.
Mine too.
Look, I see. Here goes the wife. Look, she always got to pick at me. You just look old, is what she says.
Hey, just shave off your beard and everything, and go baby face.
She hated it. She hated it. Listen, Zach, what do you want me to call you? I mean, I can call you
Zachary, Zach. It's whatever it is.
I'm just gonna call you young pup because I mean, at 23, I didn't even look that good.
That'll work. I appreciate it.
At 23, I didn't look that good. But Zach, listen, I'm gonna give you a word of advice.
Yes,
even
sir.
when the wife says, "Oh, let you go baby face for me one time," right?
Yes, sir.
When they've never seen you baby faced or whatever, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you do it, and they look at you and they give you a weird look, like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yes,
Just
sir.
tell them, "This is why I don't do that."
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Just
Yes, sir.
do that for me, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, see, look right here. She goes, no, I hated his no facial hair look, nasty. But yet she was the one that wanted me to do it.
Yes, sir.
You know, Zach, how are you? Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes,
Here
sir.
on
Thank you for
Syndicate
having me,
tonight.
man. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm
Listen,
good. I can't complain.
Hold on. You ain't got to call me sir. Even though I'm old enough to be your father, you don't have to call me sir. You can call me Spurge.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
So it does it again. Does it again.
I'm from the South, and so I grew up. Everything's yes, sir, no, sir, yes, man, no, man. So it's just out of habit.
That's how we do it. Don't just.
I will say this.
Well, I don't know what to call the Midwest, mid Northwest, mid something.
We're a mix. We're a mix of like the North and the South. You know what I'm saying? We're like right on the cusp. We're like a lot of uneducated, don't really know how to use the English vocabulary very well. We have our own words for like far and for. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
we're just goofy like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, see, look, here she goes. Look, Zach has manners. Zach needs to work with Spurge to get manners. This is my right here. Look, my pride and joy. I'm wearing are the bondedness of us. And this is what she says about me. It's ridiculous. But you gotta love her anyways, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So Zach, you one of the first players signed.
Yes, sir.
By the Syndicate, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As a player, what did that mean to you being one of the first players signed by the Syndicate?
Man, whenever I got to the tryout, I was just looking for a great opportunity to be able to continue my dream. So whenever I got that opportunity, I was excited for sure. I didn't really know that I was going to be the first one or that I was the first one until after I left and I saw it on social media. But once I got that opportunity, I was just super excited to continue my dream.
I like how you say you were super excited, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's go to that. So according to what I have, you're a kid from Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Area, right?
Yes, sir.
What city did you grow up in?
I grew up in Edmond, Oklahoma.
Edmond, Oklahoma. Okay.
Yes, sir.
A lot of rich history for football.
Yes, sir.
In Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Listen, you're going to Texas. There's that rivalry between Oklahoma and Texas.
Yes, sir.
How are you going to handle that? Because I'm assuming you might be a Sooners fan, correct?
Well, I was born in Texas.
Oh, okay then. Well, let's go
sir.
there.
Yes,
so
sir.
then who's your college team?
It was Oklahoma State growing up. So I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, but I grew up in Oklahoma City. And I had a bunch of family that went to Oklahoma State, but I grew up in a Sooners household. So yeah, that's kind of how that one worked out.
So then how did your parents, when you said, hey, mom and dad, I'm done with college. I have this opportunity to go play in the Continental Football League for the Texas Syndicate.
Yeah.
Well, what were they like? They were like, wait a second, you're an Oklahoma boy. You can't play for a Texas team.
Nah,
what did they say? What was the first thing they said?
They was all ears for it, man. They just want me to be able to be happy to continue my dream because they know how much I love football. But I mean, they are Oklahoma Sooners fans, but it's only when it gets to that OU Texas, or it's Bedlam, but Bedlam isn't a thing anymore for football, so we don't have to worry about that. But only when OU Texas is playing each other on the screen is whenever they don't really mess with Texas. Other than that, we stay in Texas all the time. So they was all excited for me.
Well, that's good. So are mom and dad now Syndicate fans?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They still have the Toros shirts, but they got rid of them pretty quick.
Whoa.
His parents were at the tryouts.
Yes, sir.
They were in the cold with us, man. They were sitting up in the stands in the cold with us, man.
Yes, sir.
And they had the Toro shirts.
Yes, sir.
And what did they do with them?
They're probably in a drawer at the bottom somewhere because we're a Syndicate family now.
I love that. I love that they had the Toro shirts and they're like, yeah, no, we're done with the Toros. They're done. You know, here we go. Red City rivalry. You know, I mean, God, I'm just getting uppercuts tonight. You know, Lauren says, who looks old, Spurge? I mean, come on. I'm just getting uppercutted tonight. Zach, do I really look that old? Do I look
No,
like
sir.
I'm 50?
No, sir. No, sir. You look young, alive, and well.
Right. See, I mean, I don't
You
look
ain't got to
that
kiss up to
bad.
him. You ain't got to kiss up to him.
Zach, I could throw you off this show and just mute your microphone the whole time. So yeah, you kind of have to kiss up to me. See how that one works there, Quincy?
He won't do that.
No, I won't do that. That's not what this is about. This is about getting. This is Syndicate tonight. We're with running back Zachary Russell. Arrows up. You're right. We had just talked about that. Congratulations to the Michigan Arrows for joining this league that makes 6 teams in this Continental Football League. Now, Zachary, I'm going to ask you a question I've asked everybody else.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you did the college thing, right?
Yes, sir.
And I mean, if you really look at your athletic background, it's not that 40-yard dash 4.5 for a running back.
Yes, sir.
That's damn good. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
You bench press 325, 20 reps at 185. You squat at 515. I couldn't even squat my own weight at 230 and bench press 230 pounds. And
Yes,
how
sir.
much do you weigh? How much do you weigh?
I weigh 218.
You weigh 218, and how tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
And you bench press 315 pounds.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The college path didn't work. Now you're going to the Syndicate, right?
Yes, sir.
For a league with all of the things. And I know Quincy doesn't get mad at me because this is the question I've asked everybody.
Yes,
with
sir.
all the way that these spring leagues have happened, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What made you confident in the Continental Football League?
An opportunity. That's what this league is all about, is an opportunity. Not only to continue your dream, but it's an opportunity for everyone as a collective to try and move to the next level. Whether it's the office, whether it's the coaches, whether it's the players. And so for that, I can't be mad at something like that. I've always said that I want to be able to play professional football, and that's what this is. I'm finally be able to live out my dream. I've always said I just need the opportunity to pop, and when I pop, I'm going to shine. So now that it's here, I just can't wait to get ready.
See, and I love it because that is basically what everybody has said. I mean,
Yes,
they're
sir.
like, forget about these other leagues. They've come and they've gone. But the groundwork that this league is laying from all the way from the Ironman to the Toros to Tall City to Quincy, now with the Dukes and all of that, it's the groundwork is there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And as a player as this is all about going to be community-based, fan-oriented, and all of that. For you, and Mr. Brown, don't worry, I'm going to get to your question here in a minute because I do like that. But for you, with it being so community-based and so fan-driven as a player, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it's gonna be a dope experience. I've never been a part of something like that. Whenever I went to college, it was a smaller school, so I felt the community. Because anytime that we always had a game, the entire community would come out to come watch us, support us. So I think it's gonna be a great opportunity, man. Especially to be able to do what I love at the level that I'm gonna be able to do it with people around me that I've never met in an area that I haven't been in and not familiar with. It's like an opportunity that I can't pass up, and I'm super excited.
Man, this kid is just contagious. With that
Thank you.
smile, you are just so contagious. All right, let's go to Mr. Brown's question here. He goes, Zach, talk about your time at Aurora and how that helped you get ready for this season.
Man, Aurora University, that was an experience for sure. It was a hell of an opportunity that I had. I stayed there all 4 years because I was a COVID kid. So I graduated class of 2021. So whenever I got up there, I had to deal with the COVID years and there was no transfer portal. So I stayed there all 4 years. First of all, coming from Oklahoma all the way going to Illinois, that was the coldest I've ever been in my life. But after that, everything was all good, man. I learned so much. Coach Don Beebe, he was my head coach, so I learned a lot from him, especially how he's a very super offensive mind wide receiver. He was with the not the Chicago Bears. I can't remember.
Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills and Green Bay Packers. That's who it was. Yes, sir.
They were probably one of the best teams next to the Minnesota Vikings in the 90s
Really?
to never win a Super Bowl. A bunch of bumps.
Really?
But anyways, I love Don Beebe.
But yes, sir. So I learned a lot from him. And I just stayed out all 4 years and I did my thing. So it was a great opportunity, and I have no regrets about it.
Now hold on. You said you went from Illinois.
I went from Oklahoma to Illinois. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, okay. So you went
Yes,
from
sir.
Oklahoma to Illinois.
Yes, sir.
Now listen, I know Oklahoma gets a little cold.
Not nothing like up there. That was crazy. I learned so much about, because that's the thing. Whenever Oklahoma even smells snow, the entire city shuts down. Whenever I got out there for my first year, it was, I think, over 1.5 feet of snow. They got people walking around in shorts. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm thinking they're gonna cancel class, cancel practice, and they acting like nothing going on, nothing's wrong. So that was an eye opener for sure. And now I'm also a running back, so we pride ourselves in not wearing sleeves when we play. During practice, it's freezing, so he was cool with the sleeves. But during the game, we had to take them off, and I ain't never been that cold in my life. And yeah, but after that, now cold doesn't bother me once I got past the worst part of it. But going through it was a process for sure.
Well, okay, I want to ask you that about the cold, right?
Yes,
Because
sir.
people don't understand. I mean,
Man,
there's cold,
yeah,
and then there's Midwest cold,
yeah. It's
right?
different. It's so different. The problem is it's not even the temperature that's the bad part. It's the wind. Once
There
the
you
wind
go.
hits, it's all bets are off. It's all bets are off. Then it starts snowing, it starts raining, stuff starts freezing. Yeah, it's crazy.
How and you feel it? Tell me how it was the first experience when
Yeah,
you felt that wind chill, right?
yeah.
It's zero,
It's bad.
and you get a wind chill
Yeah.
of -20.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me what your bones felt like for the first time, because I've experienced it.
Yes, sir.
I've worked in it.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But for a guy who's never experienced it, what was it like the first time you experienced it when it
Man.
went right to your bones?
Yes, sir. So the first time I ever experienced it is whenever I went on a visit out there. To my first official visit. And again, I'm from Oklahoma. My family's from Oklahoma. So when we went out there, we think, okay, it's going to be 20, 30 degrees for Oklahoma. So we're like, okay, we're going to bring jackets and sweatpants, sweatshirts. We're cool. And we get out there to the city. Everybody's in puffer coats and we are freezing. We look like we're not from there. It's a bad look. We're cold. We don't want to walk outside. The entire visit is outside. So everybody else is wearing puffer coats and they have gloves on. They have their ears covered, everything. And we're just walking around with our hands in our pockets trying to hurry up to get inside because we never been nothing like that. So that was my first experience. And it was an eye-opener for sure. It was eye-opener. And then whenever I started playing football for practice, I'm talking about it's 9 degrees outside, wind chill is -30. I'm like, I can't do this. You trying to get warm, but if you get hit, it's gonna hurt for real. It's bad. But like I said, once I got my first out the way, we was all good after that.
What, like, how long did it take you to adjust to it? Because it takes a minute.
It does. Honestly, I said after my second practice of just being out there, because the way our field was, there was no trees around the field, so all the wind shot down onto the field. So I got the worst of it, especially running around the entire time. So once you get your adrenaline, you start running around and you get your first hit out the way, it's all good. But you got to get it out the way first.
Starts to freeze to your skin.
Yeah.
Like, what was that like for you?
It was horrible.
Having that.
Everything coming from, like I said, come from Oklahoma to being out there. I'm like 20 degrees in Oklahoma. I can do that. That sweatpants and a sweatshirt were good. Out there, you got to wear 4 layers of coats, jackets, long sleeve shirt. And then with your sweatpants, you got to wear tights and shorts and the sweatpants. And then you got to try and run on top of your shoulder pads and your helmet. It's a whole lot. And then taking it all off to get back in your car, to go back to your dorm room, to walk around that campus. It's like, this is ridiculous. But we got through it. After my first couple practices, we were all good, but I had to get through those first couple practices. So yes, sir.
Now I want to ask you something about that.
Yes, sir.
You're going from playing in some very frigid weather.
Yes, sir.
To now going to be playing in the summer in some very warm weather, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I want you to, if you can, outline your training regimen that you did for the cold weather.
Yes, sir.
And how you're going to adapt that into a warm weather now.
Yes, sir.
Regimen. Like, explain the cold training measure.
Yes, sir.
Regimen, and explain how you're going to translate it to your summer and warm training regimen.
Yes, sir. So honestly, for the cold, I didn't really have like a routine that I had to prep myself. I just said it was all mental, and I'm here to. The more I run and the more I move, the quicker I'm gonna get warm. But I love the heat. I love the heat. I do a lot of hot yoga, and it'll be 110, 115 degrees in the room, and I'll wear long sleeve shirts and sweatpants and sweatshirts in it to make sure I sweat as much as possible. I actually love the heat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, I'd rather be cold than hot, but playing wise, I'd much rather play in the heat than the cold because it doesn't bother me at all. So honestly, I don't really have a routine or any different way I need to train for it. But just whenever I was in the cold, it was more just a mental game. The faster I move, then I'll be all right. Because I'm a warm nature person, so I get hot fast anyway. So yeah. But whenever I'm in the heat, I love the heat. That's why I love the South so much.
See, yeah, but here's the thing: is I hate the cold.
Yes, sir.
And then I hate the heat.
Yes, sir.
He's
and
confused.
I hate to be. No, listen, I hate to be cold in the wintertime.
Yes,
and
sir.
then I hate to be extremely hot in the summertime because in St.
Yes, sir.
Louis, I mean, you kind of know what it is like in Oklahoma.
Yes,
like it's a different in St. Louis. It's a different kind of heat.
Yes,
it's
sir.
a swampy humidity heat.
Yes, sir. Have you been to Louisiana though?
Listen, I'll take Louisiana. I mean, Louisiana might be just as bad as St. Louis, though.
I'm about to say that. Now that's humid right there. That's humidity for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. It is. But now here's the question, though.
Yes, sir.
How do you mentally prepare? Because you got to think about it. You're going into a league. There's a lot of expectation on you guys, right?
Yes, sir.
So how are you going to mentally prepare for those high pressure situations? And do you use any kind of special visualization techniques for that?
Yes, sir. I mean, honestly, this has been something I've talked about since I was a kid. This is exactly what I want to do. I want to go play professional football. Now, I had my dream schools that I wanted to, but once you get to high school, that kind of phases out. But pro football was always the goal, and now I'm here. And so honestly, I've been visualizing since I was a kid. So I'm not gonna have to change anything. I just gotta make sure that my body is as right as possible. So whenever I do get out there, because we're not gonna have that much time to lock in with our team. But I mean, I've already been doing it, man. So I'm super excited just to get out there and get busy because I've said this since I was in high school. Once I get my time, I need the opportunity because once I get my time to shine, I'm gonna go crazy. So there's nothing I have to change, nothing I have to visualize because I've been doing this since I was a kid.
See, I love that. This is Syndicate Tonight. I am your host, Spurge. Joining me right over there is the owner, operator of the Texas Syndicate, the one and the only, the General Quincy Workman. We are Arlington's here getting us on the Instagram. I don't know how to do that. He's got to show us how to get them. We are now on Instagram, so you can watch us on Instagram also and all of our other social medias. If you scan that QR code right above my head, that'll take you to the WeFunder.com/COFL Syndicate. And right over there, Drip Drop, the official hydration drink of the Texas Syndicate. Okay, so I want to back up a little bit, okay? I know
Yes,
I kind of jumped over everything because I've just kind of been going off of the answers you've been giving me.
Yes, sir.
But I want you to, how would you describe your journey from youth football to high school football to college? And how are you going to see your future as a pro go?
Yes, sir. Okay, so to summarize from youth to college, I say it was a process for sure, but I'm grateful for every single thing that came with it, because it did teach me and it did help me get through not only high school but college. Because high school, I didn't get my first football college offer till the 7th game of my senior year, and then we had COVID happen, so there was no telling if I was even going to be able to go play college football. But then once I got that opportunity to go to college, I get there and I have to deal with all the COVID years. So that sets everybody back, and then that pushes back all the freshmen and so on and so forth. So I say it was a hell of a journey, a hell of a ride, but God willing, I'm able to play for as long as possible because I truly do love football, man. I just want to be able to play football and just do what I do. So hopefully whenever I go past not only COFL, but maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, I can look back and really say, like, you know what, I did it and I made my little self proud.
See, like you already answered like 2 of the other questions I had for you. But there was one in there that I formulated off of that.
Yes, sir.
We talk about the COVID because your generation is those COVID kids.
Yes, sir.
Where your high school and your college was completely jacked up for
Yes.
COVID, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So how did you keep yourself mentally prepared with everything going on with COVID? Because we didn't know what was going on in the world with COVID,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
So
sir.
as a football player and as a kid going to school, how did you keep yourself mentally prepared for school and for football?
Yes, sir. Honestly, the man upstairs, it's already written. I've said this since I was in high school, so that's what helps me stay away from stressing too much. It's already written, so no matter what happens along my path, whether it's an injury, whether it's something I can't control in the world, I've always said control what you can control and keep it pushing. Throughout COVID, again, how you just said, there's no telling what was about to happen. But I did know what my why was, and at the end of the day, I wanted to play football. And I knew that God would be able to present that opportunity for me. And once I got my time to shine, I just got to take it and go crazy and not look back. And so then whenever I did get to college and all the way in Illinois, even though I was met with all the COVID year kids, I knew at the end of the day, I just want to play football. I keep doing my thing, then I'm going to get my opportunity to shine. And that's exactly what happened. Now that's how we're here.
Jesus, you are just like, oh, have you read the book The Secret, man?
I've never heard of that one.
It's just about manifesting all of your goals and wishes and dreams, man. And that's exactly what it sounds like. All right, I want to go back though. College.
Yes, sir.
Stuff.
Yes, sir.
We were still dealing with all of that, right?
Yes, sir.
You moved away. You went
Yes,
from
sir.
Oklahoma all the way up to basically northern Illinois.
Yes, sir.
Away from your parents.
Yes, sir.
You guys really couldn't do a whole lot of socializing and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
So again, how did you keep that going? How did you stay as positive as you are during all of that? Because you couldn't really, you probably had to go to practice, go to class, and then it's back to the dorm room because you were afraid if you were going to catch COVID.
Yes, sir. So whenever I got out there, it was kind of towards the end of all of the quarantining and all of that. Mm-hmm. Now, during fall camp, we did have a couple kids who ended up catching COVID, things like that. But honestly, I mean, my parents, my biggest supporters, and they've always taught me from a young age that I'm going to be a student athlete. So I knew at the end of the day, regardless if, let's say, football did get shut down, well, I'm still at a great university to get an education. I'm still at the end of the day, I gotta graduate and get a degree. And that's the ultimate reason why I'm here besides playing football. So regardless if football would have got shut down, I would have still, I mean, it was still my business and I wanted to come out with a degree and graduate. So I always knew my end goal. I always kept my why. And that's kind of what helped me right there.
See, Jesus, Quincy, you were, what are you were building something down there of nothing but positivity, it seems like.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to, man. It comes from my parents.
Okay.
They've always said control what you can control at the end of the day. I mean, control the controllables. That takes away having the stress. I'm very strong in my faith. I pray all the time. I'm always talking to God every single day, all the time about anything that I need. And again, like I said, that takes away all the stress. I don't have to worry about it.
Quincy, now I see why you signed this kid. I'm just saying.
Hey, all that's surprising.
Not a kid, a young man. What's the surprise?
All of this. Hey, this is my second time. Second time talking? Third time
yes,
talking?
Sir. Yeah, this is our second time talking. Yes,
second
sir.
Time. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I met you at the tryout.
Hey, I let coaches handle players, man. I talk to them in the beginning, see how they are. Make sure I feel they're going to fit with the culture. They fit with the culture. They belong to the coaches after that.
All right, let's get to it because I'm sure you've watched our show. You've seen the things that Quincy and the Syndicate are doing, what Miss Heidi's doing, what Doc Sprinkles is doing, what Ned, Coach, all of that stuff, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're very, very family based, and it seems like you were a very family oriented guy.
Yes, sir.
For you, as a young man, being very family oriented in your family,
Yes,
being
sir.
very very family oriented. When you had that talk with your mom and dad, or they had that talk with Quincy and stuff like that, and you went home,
Yes, sir.
what was that conversation like for your family and you about this team?
Oh, are you talking about like after I signed?
Yeah, like as you
Oh,
were at the tryouts, because you were down there trying out for the Toros
yes,
and
sir.
the Syndicate, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mom and dad talked to Quincy, you talked to Quincy, and now knowing what you know,
Mhm.
like what was that conversation like with you and your parents
Man,
about who
well,
signed you?
so it started out as I almost didn't go to the tryout. Shout out to Mr. Ned. He was the one that had reached out to me, and he said, or he had texted me and said, "Look, this is who we are. This is what we're doing. Like, could you get you out to a tryout? Because it was in San Antonio." I was like, "Well, it's San Antonio. Like, I don't know. Like, that's a far drive." He's like, "Well, I mean, how bad do you want it? How bad do you really want to go pro?" And that was all I needed. So whenever I went to my parents, I said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna drive out to San Antonio to go to this tryout. I have an opportunity to go crazy, and if I go crazy, I could get signed." They're like, "All right, well, bet we'll get a hotel. We'll drive out there." Which I was like, "No, I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, no, like this is what you want. Cool. We'll support you in that." So that was all I needed right there. The entire drive down there, I was just thinking, "Hey, this is a business trip. I'm not gonna have them take time out their day to go 6 hours, 7 hours down the road for me to not at least come back with something." And then whenever I did, I just had to go crazy. And so whenever I came back with that envelope, I said, "Mom, Dad, look, they're trying to sign me." Like they was super excited, super elated, and it was everything, man. So they were like, "Look, we support you, and hey, you did it. Congratulations." So that was everything for sure.
Man, you were just a bundle of energy. That is,
Yes, sir.
we're just getting. You know what? I have the nickname for you,
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Mr. Positivity.
There you go. I ain't mad at it. I'll take it.
You were just like a bundle of joy.
Yes, I appreciate
Quincy,
it.
you should be look what you signed. This right here.
Hey man, I had to fight for this, man. I had to fight for him.
This young man right here should be on all of the posters with that look at that big beautiful smile he's got. I am just mesmerized by this kid.
I appreciate it.
I'm just saying, I've never seen a 23-year-old kid that has stayed as positive as positive as you are in this hard world of sports.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
So,
Yes, sir.
well, so here's what I want to ask you:
Yes, sir.
what was, or did you even have? What was your hardest trying moment, or did you even have one
Um,
in your
honestly,
career?
I'll probably say my transition from high school to that first, I want to say probably 2, 3 years in college. Um, and the reason why I say that is because so high school, I come in high school, I went from winning only 3 games in 4 years to going to college and being a 4-time conference champion. So two completely opposite sides of the spectrum. And whenever you lose, you don't really get looked at. So it was really hard for me to try and put myself, well, get attention just based off of the school that I go to. So after every game, it was always with my parents. That Saturday, because we always play on Friday nights. That Saturday, my mom and I would sit down, we push out my film, post it on Twitter, try and talk to all these coaches, and just try and get my name out there as much as possible. So then COVID happened, and I'm still not getting offers like that, and that was really hard. Then whenever I got my opportunity, I got to college, and the starting running back was a 6th, 7th year senior. So that pushes back the junior and the sophomore and then the freshman. And my recruiting class was, I want to say, almost 86, 87 people deep. And so now it's like, okay, fall camp, you're trying to put a name for yourself and try and get some reps. Well, it's impossible whenever you have a running back room of 12 people. The starting running back, he's been there for 6 years. The backup is going to be there for his 5th year. And then the backup to the backup, he's a senior this year. So now it pushes back everybody into trickle effect. So you come from being the guy to now trying to find, hey, coach, I can play, I can really do this, but you look like everybody in your freshman class. So that was really hard for me to try and navigate that and figure out, okay, look, I may not play how I want to this year, maybe not even next year, but what does that look like for me down the line? Because this is whenever the transfer portal was coming up too. So now you have all your teammates hitting the transfer portal to try and go back to, or try and go to another school. Maybe they may play more, they may not. And so battling a lot of those internal questions that you couldn't get direct answers to was pretty difficult. But like I said, I'm really strong in my faith. I have an amazing support team or support system around me. And I mean, now we're here, man.
I got goosebumps listening to this.
Yes, sir.
Get goosebumps for anything.
No, I mean, here's what I find. Okay, so like I'll put it like this: the wife has never seen The Last Dance, and so we just literally watched it.
Okay.
Okay, now Zachary, you're a younger kid.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is where I'm going to see exactly how good you are with sports.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
There's this little sport called basketball, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. There's been some really great players in the world.
Yes, sir.
Right? But there's only one GOAT.
Yes, sir. And
who is that GOAT in basketball?
Kobe Bryant. I've always said that, and here's the reason why I say that isn't because I'm not a numbers person. I'm not the championships. That's cool. What defines the greatest player of all time is the mindset and the way that he inspired the world of basketball to be like him. Jordan, everybody's gonna say the Jordan and LeBron because championships, numbers, and that's great. That's cool. But Kobe Bryant was the one that really inspired the basketball people around him to be like, look, if you want to be the greatest, this is the type of work that you have to put in. And he was unapologetic about it, and that was just who he was. So that's why I say he's my GOAT.
You should have known he was gonna say that, man. I don't even know why you
listen. I'll give you that. Look, I mean, like KJ says, I honestly can respect his answer way more than that because he didn't say LeBron. I can say that. But do you know who influenced Kobe?
I'm listening.
It was MJ. MJ influenced Kobe. Mm-hmm. Kobe influenced LeBron, right?
Yes, sir.
But I get it. I get where you're at because you're about the same age as my second son. And, yes, and he says that Kobe Bryant is the GOAT, which I'll give it. I love Kobe. I love the Black Mamba. That kid, yes, that kid had he had that Jordan. But the answers that you've been giving me reminds me of the things that Jordan was saying in The Last Dance. Like you were saying that I go into a class where there's 12 other guys. Mm-hmm. There's that 6-year senior.
Yes,
his backup is a 5th-year senior who still has that year. His guy is the junior that still has that stuff. Now the transfer portal has came and opened up where like you were like other guys were leaving, but yet you chose to stay.
Yes, sir.
That's what Michael did. Michael chose to stay with the Bulls for all of these years, just like Kobe chose to stay with the Lakers through all of those years.
Yes, sir.
So with all of that and all you're seeing all of your teammates jumping into the transfer portal, right?
Yes, sir.
Did that thought ever cross your mind? And if it did, why didn't you ever take that jump?
I'd be lying to you to say if I said it didn't ever cross my mind. It for sure did, but not for as long as you would think. I'm very big on loyalty. I stand on that. My dad, again, shout out my pops downstairs, but he always said your word is your bond. And so whenever I signed the national letter of intent, that was a contract for the next 4 years. This is who I'm going to be at. And regardless, like I said, if football didn't work out, I was going to get a great education. And I was thinking, okay, it's a D3 school. I don't have any film. the only film I have is practice squad, things like that. So I can push that out for sure. And I can transfer to another school for sure. But if I'm just going to transfer to another D3 school, the whole point of the transfer portal is to move up. It's not to move down. And so I knew I was at a really good school with a really good coaching staff around really good players, and I was going to play elite players. So my thinking was, why even go to the transfer portal if I can try and make a name for myself here? And if I can make a name for myself here, then I can do it anyway. And that was kind of my mindset.
See, again, you got to love that answer.
I appreciate it.
No, okay, so I'm going to ask you then.
Yes, sir.
Where the hell did you get this type of work ethic and mindset? Because a lot of kids at 23 don't have that. When they get to your point in your career, and now especially in college, they're like, oh, well, hey, I feel like I'm getting disrespected here. Let me jump in the transfer portal and go here.
Yes, sir.
Or, oh, I'm not really getting what I want here. Let me just jump into here and go there. Like, where did that mindset, how did that work ethic get put into you? I mean, like, how did your parents instill that into you? Because I'm assuming they did that.
Yes, sir.
Like,
yes.
Let's go to that. How did they instill that in you? What were they saying to you as a kid growing up through all of this?
I mean, anytime I've been playing sports my entire life. I was basketball, soccer, football, and anything I did, I wanted to make. I'm highly competitive. I'm highly competitive, and so are my parents. So I always wanted to win at anything I did. But the thing about my parents, what they always say is, look, we'll support you in anything that you do. It's just you got to work for it. And I'm very blessed with two parents who, they weren't in the athletic world when it comes to being athletes, and they couldn't really help me find the coaches and the trainers that I needed to. I always had to do that, but they always said, listen, whatever you want to do, I'm gonna support you in that. And now it's everything I needed. So I've always went to go get it myself. Middle school, it was tough. Again, when it comes to training, it was really hard because I had to go find the trainers myself as a young kid. But when it came to me being on the football field, they're going to be the loudest right there, yelling for me, cheering for me. When I got to high school, like I said, I won 3 games in 4 years, and that's really tough. But we went through that together. I did all the training and the workouts myself, but they helped me teach me how to network and reaching out to people on Twitter and doing the emails and putting me on in the network space from a business side. So then when it came time to be in college, I know the business side of essentially football and everything I need to do to be able to push out my name out there. So they taught me working hard at literally anything I do, and they put that work ethic in me from a young age when I first started playing soccer and basketball.
So I'm going to assume that your dad was that guy that probably got up 4:30 in the morning, went and worked all day long. No?
So my family, my dad's a financial advisor, and then my mom is.
That's a hard job.
Oh yes, sir, it is.
Because that's a lot of stress.
Yes, sir, it is.
He puts in a lot of hours doing that, so he's getting up at 8, and there's probably days he ain't getting done till 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And exactly how you just said it like that. He's usually up around 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Right.
He's by 9 o'clock. And the thing about being a financial advisor is money never sleeps. So there'll be sometimes, yes, he's not at work technically, but he'll speed to come picking me up from wherever to take me to a practice. And he's on a call with one of his clients talking about their money. And then we get home, my mom's cooking dinner. He's on the phone with another client trying to make sure that their money's straight. And watching them two work that out, and especially the way he did it, I mean, that would be nice. He come home tired and he's on the phone till 10 o'clock at night with a client trying to figure out their money. And that is something that I'm going to be forever grateful for, just watching that, how he did it. So that's the type of work ethic that I learned from him for sure.
And then what did mom do?
So she's a recruiter. She was a recruiter for OU, not in the sports world, but on the business side. And now she's a director for Express International. And she does everything when it comes to building character. She teaches sessions literally on, anything in corporate world, leadership, when it comes to doing interviews, knowing how to do resumes, public speaking, literally anything you could think of in the corporate world, that's what she does. And I'm so envious of my mom. She teaches me everything, and all I do is just sit there and watch her. Anytime I have a question about something, she has a presentation that she's already taught 100 to 200 different people about, whether it's a business or a corporation or it's just individual classes that she does. And I mean, I've learned everything from her. She's a boss at what she does.
See, I kind of figured that by the way that you're talking.
Yes, sir.
You're not doing a lot of pausing. You're not doing a lot of ums and
Yes, sir.
in this, it's you're talking it in a slow but fast, methodical way where you're thinking of the next words that you want to say.
Yes, sir.
So your mom did a hell of a job. Your mom gave you lessons on to do that, didn't she? Let's
Yes,
not
sir.
lie.
Yes, sir.
How
Yes,
many
sir.
times did she sit you in a chair and said, "All right, Zachary, here's what we're going to do"?
Yes, sir. She did it a couple times for sure.
Right?
But it was more of me watching who she's talking to and the way that she does it, because sometimes whenever I'd have free time or I'd be able to go travel with her to go to her classes, I'll just watch how she does public speaking, because she was, okay, so let me back up. She was a model whenever I was a kid, and she would go do these massive like pageants, and she would win all the time. But what she would have to do is whenever she would walk, she'd also have to give these speeches. And that's when I kind of learned, okay, like this is kind of how you talk to massive groups. And then now that she does this for her job, she teaches how to actually talk to massive groups. She teaches keys, and you take those keys, and all I did was just put that in my head and think about, okay, like this is how I want to do it. This is how I want to say things, whether I'm smiling, looking away, looking towards the group, or looking, if you don't want to look directly at someone's eyes, looking almost at their forehead or at the center of a room. Little keys like that is kind of what I got from her, and now I'm able to do what I do.
See, Quincy, this is what I'm saying, Quincy. You see what you have here? You have a gym.
I appreciate it.
You have a gym here. Look, like here's Coach Champagne going. You have a story to tell, Zach. I keep going, brother. The sky is not the limit. All right. So you keep going back to college. You were like,
yes, sir.
Going through COVID.
Yes, sir.
This football thing doesn't work out. I'm going to get my degree to fall back on.
Yes, sir.
What was that degree in?
So I went in as kinesiology, and I quickly found out that wasn't for me. They put me in biocells and biocells lab. I couldn't figure out how to work the microscope. The classes were too long. The information was crazy, and it just wasn't for me. But I've always
stop, Zach. I'm gonna give you a word of advice. We're gonna cut that out, right? Because look, you got your owner, you got the boss over there. You don't want him to know you quit.
You got to understand, my profession is medical equipment repair.
Oh, yeah.
So when you said
I quickly found out that the medical field it takes a special group of people for sure. But I always wanted to do real estate. That was always my thing. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And so I went ahead and got my degree in business administration.
Nice.
And I started a couple businesses within college, because I mean, you literally have massive groups of people just at the palm of your hands that need help or direction, and they're willing to spend money. It's just you have to find something that people they don't know about, they don't know how to do. So I created my own resume business off of that. I'm a personal trainer, and I do performance training. So I started my own workout business, or a workout plan business, based off of just me being in college while I was getting my degree. So yeah, I ended up working out well.
All right. Well, I'm glad you said that, because there's certain things that Quincy has put in for you guys. And right here, speed kills, period.
Yes, sir.
Right? He's got those guys. And then he's got oh God, what's his name? We just had him on last week. Quincy, help me out.
Mr. Kitchens.
Mr. Kitchens with his, oh my God, I am drawing a blank. I'm
Oh
getting
my God,
old.
mental health.
Mental health, the mental health performance and stuff like that. For
Okay.
you as a young athlete,
Yes, sir.
knowing that this is the kind of stuff that is being put in place for you as a
Yes, sir.
professional,
Yes, sir.
right? What does that mean to you as a player to know that that man sitting next to me right over there is looking at your performance, your well-being, your mental health, and all of that as a professional athlete?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean to you as an athlete to know that that is being taken care of?
To be able to have an owner that looks at us more than just football players means everything. Because I mean, yes, we're here to whenever we report in May to handle business and trying to win as many games as possible in a shortened period of time. There's no telling what's going to happen in late August, early September, things like that. So to know that we're taken care of by our owner, that listen, whatever you need, yes, you are here to do a job, but if something happens, you're also taken care of just as a person, your well-being. I mean, it means the world. So it allows our job to be able to be less stressed, I guess you could say, to be able to know, hey, no matter what happens, we're gonna be taken care of regardless.
Now, with your mom and dad being in the high-profile jobs that they are, and the highly
Yes, sir.
stressful
Yes, sir.
mental jobs that they are, I'm sure that they've had those mental health talks with you.
Yes, sir.
And when we just yesterday, we had the tragic loss of Rondell, the
Yes, sir.
Minnesota Vikings player, with the apparent suicide in his garage. His thoughts and prayers from Syndicate Tonight, from the X Fan Show,
Yes,
and
sir.
everything. They go out to them. This is a very mentally tough sport.
Yes, sir. It is.
Where are you afraid? And this is where I want to go, because I've talked to other athletes about this.
Yes, sir.
Are you afraid that when it gets to that point where you're having some kind of mental break? Because I'm sure your mom and dad have said, hey, listen, sometimes you need to take that break for yourself
Yes, sir.
mentally and
Yes,
get
sir.
yourself right. And especially in this day and age, as a young athlete, especially going through the COVID stuff,
Yes, sir.
right? The mental stress that it put on you, probably as a student athlete and all that.
Yes, sir.
How important is the mental health aspect of football to make you a better athlete?
I think mental health is something that is, first of all, it needs to be talked about more. I'm not gonna necessarily say talked about. I think it needs to be accepted more. I think that's more the word that I'm looking for. Because you hear a lot of the people who are doing okay, pretty much to save face, they're the ones that talk about mental health, but the ones that actually are struggling, you're not gonna hear nothing from. So my parents, I've always said, listen, if you ever need to talk, say something. And there's no shame, no hurt, no nothing like that. And so with that, I've been blessed to not have to really worry about or stress too much. I don't really let myself get stressed out too much, because I found my outlets, which helps tremendously. But I wouldn't necessarily say that I have to worry about it too much. But as I do professional or personal training, and I get to talk to kids and help kids literally every single day. I was an RA when I was in school, and so I would see the second like a trigger in somebody, they're gonna have a bad day. Sometimes it's a simple conversation. Sometimes it's a simple smile. Hey, have a great day. You're doing okay. Sometimes just that goes a long way. You never know what that's gonna do for someone's life. So, I've been blessed to be put in a position to be able to help people in that aspect. But for me personally, I've never truly had to worry about mental health too much. But that's all thanks to the mental state.
I mean, just holding a door for somebody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What I realized is it was always a little conversation, especially being an RA, because I got to experience all my first year being an RA. I got to experience all the freshmen that were fresh out of COVID. And those kids were different. And what I realized is it was a lot of just little conversations. They felt like they weren't heard, and they just needed somebody to talk to at that. I mean, that's all it was. And so, I mean, whenever you got to be able to sit down and just say, hey, listen, let's just go have lunch together. Let's talk, chop it up. it wasn't even about anything serious, just about having somebody in ear to be able to talk to somebody, and that just went a long way for them. So I think mental health needs to be more accepted right now rather than everybody talking about it.
I see. This is a kid. I mean, this is a young man that's got it figured out. It seems like, and I absolutely love it. This is Syndicate Tonight. I am your host, Spurge. Right over there is my co-host, the owner operator of the Texas Syndicate, the general himself, Quincy Workman, and we are right below us is Zachary Russell, the running back for the Texas Syndicate, who is. Did you think this interview was going to go like this, or did you think, oh, this is going to be a guy that's going to sit there, oh, what was your inspiration to play football and all that stuff? Did you think that's how this was going to go?
No, sir. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really know what to expect, but I'm having fun so far.
Now listen, you ain't got to flatter me that you're saying you're having fun, because I would hate to be sitting here talking to some 50-year-old dude. And then, I guess you got to say it's fun because the boss is sitting there, right?
Nah,
No,
you
sir.
gotta say that.
I love things like this.
So, okay.
You ain't 50.
Dude, what? Yeah, I'm 50,
50,
bro. I am 50.
Oh, really?
I was born in 1976.
Oh, you are older than me. Never mind.
We had this conversation already.
Hey, dude. There's been a lot going on since that conversation.
We had this conversation when we were at the CGS.
Dude, you can't count nothing from the CGS on conversation-wise, especially if it was the first 2 nights.
All right. So anyways, we're going into overtime. So, Zach, I'm only going to keep you for a few more minutes. Training camp is just starting to get around the corner, right?
Yes, sir.
The one thing I could say about the guy that's sitting next to me over here, Quincy, and the staff down there in Texas, in the Syndicate in that area, they're helping you guys get jobs.
Yes, sir.
And they're helping you guys look for places while you're down there to be working, training, and all of that.
Yes, sir.
To know, because again, you're going into an unknown.
Yes, sir.
Right? But you said your family's been very, very supportive of you.
Yes, sir.
How does that make you feel? And I'm going to ask you, how does it make mom and dad feel to know that man is looking out for the well-being of his players?
Yes, sir. It's huge, man. It's huge. They're super excited for me. And they're not as stressed, especially mom. Shout out to my mama downstairs. She's not as stressed right now because whenever I did leave, I left and I was 12 hours away. She couldn't really get to me without having to plan, book a flight. Now I'm a 6-hour drive. So she's not really stressing too much. But she's super excited. They had a lot of conversations with Mr. Quincy whenever we were down at the tryout. They're super stoked to not only have him as the owner, but to know that I'm going to be taken care of whenever I get down there. So they're all super excited, and they just can't wait to come to one of the games or come to the first game.
Yeah, which is just around the corner. We're
Sir.
Talking what?
It's about maybe a little
3
less
months?
than 6 weeks.
For the first, I'm talking about the first game.
Oh,
3 months?
Something like
roughly?
What, preseason or regular?
For the regular season.
Regular? What, 30? 30 May.
Right?
30 May,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking a few months away.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm loving that. All right, so here's the question I ask every player.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now listen, we have Coach Pops.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just give you a warning right now. If you say food, Coach Pops is not going to be happy with you. He's going to track you down when he gets down there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just letting you know now.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
say food.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
You're going to be going to Texas.
Yes, sir.
Right? What is the one thing you're going to put in that toolbox of yours for when you get to Texas?
Toolbox meaning?
However you want to see it, however you want to use it. The toolbox. What is that one thing?
Think about what your mom will tell you.
Yeah, think about what mom and dad just don't say food because I don't want to get Coach Pops on you. He's mean. But that toolbox, what is that one thing you're going to bring with you?
Honestly, I guess my mindset. Because I mean, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to be able to not only do a job, perform at the highest level that I can, but to also try and present myself with more opportunities beyond the COFL. So I say my mindset.
Flip that. That might be the best toolbox answer yet.
You got it.
I'm serious. That might be the best toolbox answer yet.
I appreciate it.
Is the mindset.
I appreciate that.
Coach Champagne's in here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We just had Coach on last week that had been up in the CFL.
Yes, sir.
Continental shift. It's another question I ask all you guys.
Yes, sir.
Continental shift the fourth quarter. This is very promising for a running back and receivers because you guys can do the waggles and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How have you been preparing and game planning for the continental shift?
So I've been watching a lot of film from the CFL. I've always watched CFL, but not necessarily watch film. Because I mean I didn't run that type of offense. So I've had to watch film so I can learn exactly like different things that I can do. So it's interesting, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm super excited about it. But all I've been able to really do is just watch film to familiarize myself with it. So whenever I get out there, I mean, I really pride myself on making the uncomfortable comfortable. So I'm trying to watch as much film as possible. So whenever I get out there to be able to run it, it's second nature.
So have you been practicing it yet?
No, sir. Just watching film and taking notes on it, see different things that they're doing. But I haven't really been able to, or I haven't really gone outside just to run around and do the actual shift itself. No, sir.
Dude, it's cold right now, man. He ain't going outside yet.
It's not that cold. I mean, what's the temperature in Oklahoma?
It actually feels really good outside right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's 21 degrees right now, but that's just because it's at night. But today I think the high was maybe like 50, 52, 53, something like that.
Yeah, it's
That's
13.
cold.
It's 13 here.
That's cold. Both of them cold. Hey,
With a wind chill.
You chose to stay in St. Louis.
Listen, with a wind chill. And it feels like 8. It feels like 7.
Hold on. This what? Let's see something here.
That's what I'm saying.
Do y'all have snow out there in St. Louis?
No, but we are going to be getting the freezing rain.
Okay, yeah.
Not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
Got you.
Sunday night.
So guess what tomorrow's going to be?
Well, nobody cares. Nobody.
75.
Just rub it in.
I'm just saying, though, man. I mean,
see. Now you made me forget the question I was gonna ask because you had to rub it in. See how unfair this is. It's just unfair. Give me a second. I'll remember. No, I won't. I'll forget. I'm old. Here's the problem. I'll remember when I tell them, okay, Zach, we're done with you. Thank you for joining us, and all of that good stuff. Oh, I remember what it was. Okay. So you haven't been practicing it, but you're watching the tapes, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the one thing that you've noticed that when it's ready for you to practice, that you can't wait to practice for the CFL rule?
So the way that they move the offense from like the skelly, which is just the 7-on-7 or the 7-on-7, how much movement we can get off the ball to create misdirection is insane. So I mean, the quarterback starts the movement, the wide receivers go ahead and take off. The amount of different route trees we can run just based off of them having essentially a 6 to 7 yard head start is, I mean, it's insane. And it opens up the offense so much more. Because now you have all the movement on the backside, and then as a running back, you get to make cuts off of that. You can run jet sweeps off of that, and we can go ahead and get outside right now. So I'm super excited, man. I just can't wait. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, there is one thing I need you to do. I don't care how many games you guys win.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You only have to win 2. 2 games.
Yes, sir.
That's all you got to do.
Yes, sir.
2 games. Because I got a buddy down there in the South, right? He lives in that town, that city called San Antonio.
Yeah,
Yes,
with the
sir.
same name, just about.
Well, first name is the same, but he's not as cool as me.
Yes, sir.
But he copies my look, wears his hat backwards, and he wants to be the loudmouth of the South, you know,
Yes, sir.
SAJ, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So that's not a very cool name, right, Zach? You got to admit, Spurge is a much better name than
Yes.
SAJ, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. All you got to do is win 2 games.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what 2 games those are that you have to win?
I'm assuming it's the Toros.
That's it. That's it. You just got to win the 2 Toros games. I
Bet
don't
that. We
care
can do
about any other games you guys play.
that. Yes, sir.
You just have to beat the Toros twice. That's
Bet
it.
that. We can do that. We can take care of that.
That's it. That's all I care about.
Yes, sir.
I know Quincy's wants you guys to win more, but we ain't going to shoot high right now. We're going to shoot low. Anything over the 2 wins is a plus.
Yes,
But we
sir.
just have to beat San Antonio, right?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. We can do that for sure.
Because they're only 40 minutes away from you guys.
Okay, bet that.
That's it,
Bet we can do that.
right?
Yes, sir.
See, Quincy, I finally got somebody to agree with me. The only 2 games that matter are the Toro games. Finally. Finally. I'll be getting a text message from Heidi saying, shut up. You're an idiot. That's it.
Yes, we can do that. Most definitely.
All right, Zachary, before I let you go, tell everybody where they can find you on social media, all of that stuff, to follow your journey leading up to training camp and say, look, I'm already getting yelled at. Coach, all you got to do is win 2 games. That's it. I care less about anything else, Coach. Just 2 games. Just got to beat the Toros twice. That's it. I like Josh. I like Quincy more. I like SAJ. I like myself more. I like the city of San Antonio has a special place in my heart because that's where I met my woman. But I
Really?
well, it's a long story. I'll tell you later about it.
Okay.
But, but the Syndicate has more of a special place in my heart. All you gotta do is just beat San Antonio twice. That's it. I like the river walk. It's a fun place.
Yeah.
You just gotta beat the Toros. That's it. That's it, Coach. That's it. All right, Zach, before Coach rudely interrupted me and got me on my tangent, I still love you, Coach. When are we getting Coach on this show, by the way? When are we going to get Coach on this show, by the way?
We'll talk probably Monday.
Okay, that'll work. All right, Zach, before I got sidetracked again, see how easily that is?
It's all
You know,
good, man.
my squirrel kicked in. My ADD kicked in. Like, oh, squirrel. Tell people where they can find you at so they can follow your journey through all of this and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. My Instagram is at z.russ.28. My Twitter is at zruss28. And I think my Facebook is just my name, Zachary Russell. And that's all the social media that I got.
I mean, really, that's all the social media you really need anymore. Well, you got TikTok. You ain't got no TikTok?
No, sir. I try and stay off social media as much as possible, to be honest.
Yeah, that's smart. That's the only time I'm on social media is when I'm doing this.
Yes,
That's
sir.
smart. That's smart. That is smart.
I wish.
All right, young man, thank you for joining us tonight. You were an absolute gem and a pleasure to talk to.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me.
No, I am rooting for you
Yes, sir.
and all of that, but I need you to do me 2 things.
Yes, sir.
I need you to find the book The Secret.
Yes, sir. Who's it by real quick? Let me
It's
write
by
it.
Rhonda Burns. It's The Secret.
You said Rhonda Burns, is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Just put in The Secret. You'll find it.
Okay,
I
perfect.
need you to read that book. It's a very short book. And,
Okay.
and as intelligent and well-spoken as you are, you won't have a problem reading it.
Yes, sir.
Unlike me, I had to get it on audiobook. So I'm not that bright. And the second thing I need you to do, then I'm going to quiz you on this because I
Yes,
think I'm
sir.
going to change your mind here.
Yes,
I
sir.
need you to watch The Last Dance.
I already watched it.
No. You really need to watch it and study it.
Yes,
Like
sir.
it's football tape. Like it's football. Because I think if you get that Michael Jordan mindset, I don't think there will be a player on that field to stop you.
Okay, yes, sir.
with the
Oh
way
my
that you're
goodness.
thinking, and I'm just saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gotta study it.
Yes, sir.
Because, like here, I'm going to give you a hint. Michael Jordan literally made up in his mind a player that talked trash about him and literally went out and decimated the man on the basketball court. So here's what I'm going to tell you. One of the Toros linemen said that they're going to stop you every chance they get. Said you are not a good running back, nothing.
Yes, sir.
So you need to take that and say, oh, I'm not a good running back. Here you go. I'm going to show you I am.
But I can do that.
See, there you go, Quincy. That's called motivation. Except I motivate the wrong way. Don't do what I say, Zachary, please.
Yes, sir.
You are a very good young man. Please don't be like me ever.
Yes, sir.
I'm a terrible person.
I appreciate you, man.
I thank you for joining us, sir. Best of luck to you in the Syndicate, and I cannot wait to watch you play. I will be seeing you on opening day, watching you and cheering you on. Before we go,
Yes, sir.
I didn't forget. Mr. Brown wants to know what number you are going to wear and why.
28 is my number. It's whenever I was born. I was born October 28th. I've had it since I was a kid, since I started playing football. And that's the number that I've stuck with for my entire life.
I gave you 28.
I'm sorry?
I gave you 28.
I'm pretty sure.
Hold on. I might want to double check that real quick. Hold on.
Oh man! Oh god!
But yes, I've had that number since I was a kid. So
you just called the boss out, Zach.
He called me out. He said he can call me out.
Does he have 28, Quincy? We're gonna now
I'm about to find out
tonight. We're gonna let Zachary know.
I'm about to look and find out. Oh yeah, I forgot. He was one of the first ones to put his name in. Yeah, he got it.
Yes,
okay,
I appreciate.
Just gonna say, we were gonna have a problem if he didn't have it, Quincy, because he's very,
if he didn't have it, it was his own fault because I gave them the opportunity to all submit their numbers, and he was one of the first ones. So I will say that.
It's very rude, Quincy.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Hey,
it's very rude.
It'll be okay. Tough skinned it. COVID kid. Tough skinned it. Yeah.
Is that what it is? You got COVID brain? You got COVID brain? That's what happens to us old people. We get COVID brain.
Yeah.
Is
Hey,
that what you got?
I worked all the way through COVID, so I didn't get no breaks.
I did too.
Dude,
all right,
in the hospital,
Zachary,
working on beds and everything else, whatever. Yeah, no, that wasn't
exactly. Thank you for joining us. Best of luck to you in the upcoming season. I wish you nothing but success, and I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of success.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all so much.
All right, thank you, sir. We will see you. There he is. Quincy, I absolutely enjoyed him.
He's a good kid.
Enjoyed him.
Like, always taking notes. He's a good kid.
Very, very well-rounded young man.
Yeah, he shouldn't be with us.
But why would you say that? Jesus, Quincy.
Why would I say that?
Yeah.
Because if he had went to a bigger school, he would have been already in the draft pool, ready to go.
But see, that's what makes, this is what people forget. That's what makes the Continental Football League so good. It is the minor, it is the AA of football. Like where you have the semi-pro level, like here in St. Louis, we have the St. Louis Falcons. They're the single A. You guys are the AA. Right? And then you're right there. And for a guy like this to get that opportunity in this league to move forward is what makes it so great.
So who's a AAA?
CFL.
Oh, CFL. Okay.
You're I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. CFL is AAA.
Just making sure,
We don't say those other three letters.
I mean, I heard what was going on with y'all and wanting y'all to move and everything. So
tune in on Thursday for the X Fan Show. Me and Arlington got something to say about all that stuff. Tune in Thursday. We got something to say about that. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh boy.
all right, Quincy. We're sitting at an hour 20. We are in
Oh, you in
overtime.
trouble?
We might be. She might be. I know my wife is going to be yelling at me when I walk upstairs.
Oh,
But
I'm
right there above my head, right there. Scan that QR code. That is the WeFunder. Or you can go to wefunder.com/COFL Syndicate to get. You got an announcement? Can I do the plugs first and then we do the announcement?
Yeah, I just want to make sure we get the announcement out.
Okay. Can I do the plugs first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why are we talking in ASRM? Talk. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy. Okay. Click that QR code above my head. You can go to WeFunder, or you can go to wefunder.com/COFL Syndicate to buy your tickets to invest in this team, to become an owner of this team, because that's what this league is. The Continental Football League is the people's league. It's the league ran by the fans for the fans. And right above, Quincy said, drip drop the official hydration drink of the Texas Syndicate. And now the boss. Let's see if I have something. Let me see. I'm gonna make this fun. You ready? Quincy? You said you have an announcement, right? Oh, you ready?
Go ahead.
That's where
Yeah, I
you're
don't
supposed to
like
talk.
that one too much, but it's okay.
Well, that's the only one I had. Here, you want this one instead?
Work on that. I'll send you something. We gotta work on that one. But this Friday, tickets will be going on sale for the season.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
yeah.
Look at that. Tickets go on sale this Friday. We're going to have to get a QR code made up now. You know that, right?
Oh, it's coming.
Well, you're going to have to send it to me so I can put it on the show.
It's coming. I gotta finish building everything in the system first. That's why I was late.
Do you like the new background? I changed the background up. You like that?
Yeah, it's cool.
Right? Ain't it? Look, here, I'll show you what it looks like because, you know.
It looks like mine.
Well, I changed it up a little, though, bro. Did you see that? Look, though. Ready?
You took the shadows out.
Boom.
You made it look clean. You took the shadows out.
No, look, I made it. The show's called Syndicate Tonight, right?
Oh. Boom. I'm blind and I got glasses on.
Yeah, baby. You see what I did?
Okay.
Yeah. Look at that.
Hey, shoot, I might need you to redesign it when we make when we have our other announcement coming up soon. At the end of the season. That was at the end of the season, though.
Yeah. Tickets on sale this Friday. You can go to COFLsyndicate.com. I'm assuming, right? You can go to the website.
TexasSyndicateGroup.com.
That's at TexasSyndicateGroup.com. Or you can go to the Facebook page, which will take you right to it. COFL Syndicate to get your tickets. And look, it ain't going to be an arm and a leg.
Maybe a finger.
So I could get rid of this finger, this gimpy finger I have. Would that be about it right there? I can get rid of this one.
This one?
Yeah, this one. The one
just about the tip. Just go with the tips.
Go with the tip?
Yeah, just the tips.
Just take it. It cost you enough for a tip?
Yeah, about a tip. Maybe a fingernail.
A fingernail?
So it's going to go fingernail, tip, mid finger, then whole finger.
We're going to do an Yakuza things, a Japanese mafia thing?
Hey, I was watching a movie this weekend that was,
Right?
Yeah.
I watched The Last Dance the last 2 days.
I can't, there's no sports but this right now for me. I mean, I gotta take a break. That's about it, man. The whole Olympics, I think I saw a curling match. So you should have.
The U.S. won gold in both women's and men hockey.
Both?
Yes. So how exciting. And overtime for both games.
Oh, that's impressive.
It is, right? Very impressive. But anyways, the big announcement this Friday, Tickets go on sale. Go to the website. You can go to the Facebook page. Hell, we'll even have it on the X Fan Show page where you can buy your tickets to get to the season opener. And I know we got a few other big announcements because I know that first home game is going to be something special.
Oh, yes. I got something.
Actually, no, we're going to have to talk about that because the wife's going to be somewhere else. We'll talk about that. Anything else we got?
Nah, I think that's really about it for this
SRM
video.
stuff. It's kind of creepy when you do it.
Well, I mean,
or you go like this, you talk very, you know, you do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, see how creepy it is?
It's not creepy.
This is Syndicate Tonight. I am Spurge. That is the general, the owner and operator of the Texas Syndicate, Quincy Workman. Sir, I will see you next week. Anything else?
Nah, that's it, man. We good. We had a quiet week.
That's right. Go like and follow all the pages. Oh, and I think there's going to be another announcement coming out very shortly, too.
Should be, hopefully.
Pay attention to the COFL Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, boy.
You never know.
Hey, next few weeks are going to be.
Next few weeks are going to be very big for the COFL.
Very big, very big, very, very, very big.
As a whole. So just pay attention. And if you haven't, go and like and follow all the pages. Just put in COFL. Go and follow all of the pages. All these teams are starting to do some very good things and all of that. This league is taking shape with everything. Kickoff is just around the corner. And for all the naysayers,
y'all be all right.
Be a little shocked. This league will be kicking off.
Oh, hey, remember also we might be in attendance in Rochester, New York in April for the what's the name of them? Hold on.
The Pro Elite tryouts.
That's right. Hey, we're the only, as of right now, we're the only COFL team that's going to be there. But I'm excited for them to let us come up because we're with some big dogs, and with us being the new kids on the block, it was a blessing for them to actually invite us to come out that way. So I'm very appreciative of those guys up that way.
There you go. All right, we will see you guys next week. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, we out.